this will be for my Grapevine uh, channel, which is still out there. Okay, there's a website, thegrapevine88.com, and there is a TikTok now by the same name, just the Grapevine. So if you care enough, go find it. I've just been posting random stuff. There's some gym videos. There's me doing a movie review that I might start doing on my original channel instead of making the Grapevine a movie channel because it's not going to be. But because it started out as the Grapevine's supposed to be exploring the word. We originally started out, me and a friend of ours, Wesley Grizzle. You can just hear him right now. He just was in college at the time and moved. Nothing happened to him, but just moved far away. So anyway, I just carried the channel on by myself.
Yeah.
Anyway, I still write blogs. But we started out as exploring the word and just going through the New Testament, like a few verses at a time. And then having like little words, word nuggets in there that a word that interested us that we called, what did I call it? Cross-reference. It was just kind of something I made up. I thought it was funny. But anyway, I don't want to take forever on that. This is the Grapevine. My brother's on here. I'll let him introduce his channel, and then we'll get started on with the idea. Introduce what we're doing too. I'll let you say that.
All right. Yeah. So this will be posted on my channel, the Garden Podcast, where we cultivate our faith one verse at a time, and one parent at a time. Boom, boom. So the idea, me and my bro here, were sending each other TikTok videos. Yeah, brohemoth. We're sending each other TikTok videos like you do with your family all the time. And I came across this video that, especially the last question, I think I just started crying just thinking about it. Or just the video was really emotional, and it was this older man asking questions about his father and saying that you're not going to have basically your father, and for us, we're not going to have our parents forever. He said, and it's very, very sad, but he says, unfortunately, one day you're going to have to face that fact, and so you need to go ahead and ask your parents. He says father, but you need to go ahead and ask your parents these 5 questions that are very deep, and I know we talk with you guys all the time, but me and Alex here wanted to be intentional about recording this. If anybody cares about it, if you don't have parents of your own, or if you do and you come across this video, ask your parents these same questions, and ask maybe a friend. I don't know, maybe you didn't grow up with your parents, but I hope this video encourages you. And I'll let Alex start off with the first one. And let's introduce you guys. I don't know what you guys want to start with, but this is my mom. She's her little squares below me, but I don't know where it is for you guys. But her name is Mary. I don't call her that. I call her Mimi, or we get to call her mom. So, or at least me and Alex do.
So, just a question for you: do you remember why you started calling her that?
She says it's because of the SpongeBob episode.
Was it because of SpongeBob?
Well, you remember the UGG episode where they don't speak English?
Yeah.
They're like barbaric and stuff, and they say like Pat Tar and SpongeGar. And I guess we started calling Memester Memescar, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even remember all that, but I guess it quickly developed into Memester and then Mimi because she didn't like Memescar.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Understandably.
Funny about that, I'll say this, and then we'll move to Deetster over here. When we moved to Arkansas, we would call our mom Mimi, and I had some friends in school at the time. This was back in probably junior high. I know we moved here in 6th grade, but quickly realized that you're not supposed to call your mom Mimi. You're supposed to call your grandma Mimi. And I'm like, well, I mean, and we can get into that a little bit, because we grew up in a military family, and we never really called her I don't know much of anything. We didn't grow up with extended family, so we didn't know that. We're not from Arkansas. So Alex, you can introduce Deetster.
Deetscar.
Okay, I guess I do only have a 40-minute recording time, by the way, so if we need longer, we'll have to stop and start a new one. But anyway.
We might.
Yeah, so I don't remember what y'all said about Memester, but we call our dad Deetster. So just kind of the same reason, really. We called Meemster, and so we were like, well, Deedster, naturally. So I guess we can kind of get into like Deedster's been a supervisor of sorts for I don't know forever now,
Really long time.
Forever.
at least 40 years. Just kidding.
Back when I was a young buck.
Yeah, like Noah said though, military background. Deedster was in the military for 17 years, Air Force.
Yep.
Ooh. So that kind of gave us a really cool upbringing, I would say. So that's kind of the point of this video. Is I think me and Noah separately and then together at one point had the same thought about we never really have known our parents' kind of background story or how they met. We were like to share whatever.
We're not recording this.
I can cut out the video, anything out of the video that we want to keep between ourselves, of course, but we are wanting to share it with our channels just to kind of share that and kind of, I don't know, put it in stamp of time. But anyway, so Noah, I don't have the questions written down or anything, so I hope you do.
Yeah, I wrote them down.
The questions from the video anyway. So if we want to just start.
We didn't really say what Meemster did. Meemster's a youth pastor, has been for a few years. And is there anything you guys want to say? I know you guys haven't talked yet, so.
I think
I didn't. Maybe you're not
That's
muted. Right? You're gonna do that.
That was pretty good.
It
If
was
I
either
wasn't in
that
there, I
or-
wasn't sitting in the same room, she'd have got me too. But yeah,
Oh, I should have known. Deep cut. You're not frozen, you just blinked. Not getting me twice.
man, that's like back to back with just a few seconds of each other.
Oh,
Pretty
yeah.
good.
All right, let's go ahead and start.
Oh,
we can
don't
do-
forget, you guys didn't say Deedster's name. You didn't technically introduce him.
Oh,
It's just
We're not
decent.
good at this.
So many
now.
people have
Yeah,
called
who
me
cares?
this. It's just, I mean, even our students over in youth ministry call me Deedster.
Yeah,
Deedster or Gummy Bear, that's it.
Yeah,
Oh gosh, I haven't heard that in a while.
that's
that's been,
Deep cut.
yeah. I think I'm going to start using Deedster as my signature going forward.
yeah.
There you go.
Well, in the military, it was Rawson, and
Unless I was in trouble. And then it was Rawson a lot louder.
yeah, this is Steve again. We don't call him that. We have the opportunity, the honor, the privilege, whatever, any word that's good to. We get to call him Dad. So, yes. All right.
Yeah, you have to call him Steve.
Alex, I'll text you these questions. I'll start with the first one, and I'll text them to
Okay.
you in just a second. And Meepster has them written down too. I know you guys have kind of looked over these, but number one, what is each of your most proud moment? It can be the same moment for us both. We fortunately get to share every moment because we're twins. What is your most proud moment of that you got to spend anything really with each of us?
I'm gonna cry right away. I'm just telling y'all right now. I'm in a pretty
Ladies
raw
first.
state.
Maybe you can go first.
Are you sure?
Sure.
Okay. That's a really tough question to answer. Even knowing how, having several days, I guess that was the one question that I remembered from the list of questions. And so I think that's hard to pin it. I tried to kind of like come to the first time, and I think I've told you guys, one of the first times that I remember, I'm always proud of you, always happy to say, this is my voice, this is my voice, this is my voice. But there was the one time, I'm not going to say a name because it's going to play, but we'll just say Fred. We were in the car leaving school, and your friend was there with you, and your friend Fred, and said, oh, look at that girl, she's so fat, blah blah blah. And Alex looked up, neither one of you laughed. Alex looked up and said, that's so and so, and she's my friend.
Oh.
Mhm.
How old were we? I don't remember that.
You've told me that story before. I have no memory of that, but
I remember it very
That's
well.
cool. yeah,
And your friend was a good kid.
Yeah.
Wasn't anybody malicious, but people giggle about things. And you guys
Yeah.
you were 12 or older. I don't really remember how
Oh.
old you were.
Mhm.
I think you were ninth grade. I honestly
Yeah.
think that might have been ninth grade. But anyways, yeah, you said, hey, and I think I even remember her name.
Mhm.
She's my friend,
Oh.
and that was the end of it.
Mhm.
You went along, but your friend then never did make a joke like that again.
Mm.
Mhm.
And that was cool.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was Alex who spoke up, but like I said, neither one of you laughed.
Hmm.
And I don't even think you guys were all in the back seat. I don't think anybody knew I even heard it, but I heard it every word. And then there was another time where when we had just moved to Arkansas, literally just moved. Easter wasn't there yet
Yeah.
because were you TDY or
No, I had to stay back in Maryland for a couple months
that's
while
what it was.
Yeah, we were in the middle of transitioning the school down to Texas, so I had to help with that.
Yeah, so when you moved,
I didn't actually know that.
they there's two Noahs.
Not sure what happened there. It kicked me out.
Whoa.
You're in there twice.
Hey, identical twins.
Should I kick out the one that's not moving?
What am I doing? Stop! Get me out!
You're like,
And I don't
Well, I'm like backwards now too. Oh my
I don't
god!
know, man. It says he's got 5 participants.
Hold on.
Oh, there
There
we
you
go.
go.
Oh.
Did I do
Whatever
that?
he did worked.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry. It just straight up. And now my camera's weird.
AI has entered the
Whatever.
chat. I can get the fingers right.
Yeah.
Raw and uncut right here. You get what you get.
Alex, what's our time on? We're
85 minutes.
definitely going
I don't
over.
know.
Are you
I
signed up?
don't
I
actually
thought you
know
had,
where the
like-
timer is, but it'll give me like a 5-minute warning.
Okay.
Yeah,
But just
it'll
keep,
tell you. It'll tell you.
just keep going for now. We'll be all right.
Okay, so then the other time was when we had just moved to Arkansas, and you know how they put the numbers on all the boxes? They put a number on every box. They put a number on every piece of furniture and stuff like that. And when the movers unload, you're supposed to find the number on the item and check it off.
Mhm.
And no, it's overwhelming. It's so many because they're sliding your china cabinet across the concrete, and you're like, please don't do that. And then they need to know where inside the house it goes, because once they put something down, they won't pick it up and move it again. So you got to make sure that they put stuff away, and you got to check off the boxes. And it's like a 3-person just stand there and do things. Anyways, Noah took the list and
Mhm.
checked off all the boxes. And that was like a really boring, long job for a 12-year-old to stand still and do.
That's
And
funny.
he just did it. And I was just like, such a relief
They're probably
that
like,
he did that. It was
Right.
just,
I never heard that before. That's cool.
no, I know
Yeah.
you've told me. I remember that. You've told me.
What was
that.
I doing? Just
I have no idea.
I was gonna say
Probably
maybe that's
helping
why.
him unload
Maybe that's why
boxes.
some
Give me
stuff went
squares.
yeah, I was in there like
Yeah.
Alex in the back
Yeah.
of the truck going, "Give me squares."
Pass them out. Yeah.
people. What are we
But-
paying you for?
More recently than that, of course, in Belize, I got to see you guys minister to people and pray for people together, and that was
Mhm.
really cool.
That was so fun.
And I don't know, there's a moment where it's just so cool. You guys are just really cool, and I know I'm the mom, but where Alex is having a moment where he was like, I just kind of needed prayer. But he'll say, he said something to the effect that Noah is doing such a good job. And I'm sitting there going, I'm so proud of Noah for just ministering to people in the way that
Yeah.
he does. And I'm so proud of Alex that he's not too proud to look to his 9-minute older brother and say,
Yeah.
I look up to him. And yeah, that was pretty cool.
That week, already having my moment. That week could probably be its own video, but there was just so many special moments, and I don't want to get too into that, but
Yeah.
you guys have always been there for me every time, individually, and I feel like that's our special dynamic that we have, the four of us. Getting to grow up in that military dynamic, it was the four of us for a long time, and so we each kind of have a little. I don't want to say it. I guess we know what to say to each other at just the right moments. Like when I'm feeling this, I'll call Noah. When I'm feeling this, I'll call Meemster. When I'm feeling this, I'll call Deetster. And I couldn't even tell you what the specific feelings are, but I know who to call when I need it. So
it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a very rare moment that we all got to have in Belize.
Yeah.
So I was really glad to be there. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. That was only question one.
I'm already.
Still Deetster still gets
Yeah,
the
yeah,
answer, right?
Yeah,
We're only halfway done with question one. Here we go.
I was gonna say I'm already in a very raw state right now. Anyway,
That was my longer answer of all the questions, I think.
It's good for
Yeah.
the likes, Alex.
So
Well,
I
I've
did find
had
a
strep
timer.
throat for the last few days. Oh, go ahead. Deetster.
No.
I did find a timer on here, and we're currently at
Oh.
22 minutes.
22.
Okay.
We're doing
So
That's halfway.
it's-
That's
We're
more than halfway.
gonna go over. We're gonna go over.
We'll have to start another one. All right, go ahead, Deetster.
as long as we keep each question under 40 minutes, because at some point Deetster's going to crash.
We'll be all right.
No.
Let's see as far as we can go. And
Proudest moments. I mean, there's
Part two.
not just one. As your mom was talking about. I mean, you
Sorry, I
guys
couldn't make it easy. Okay.
Man, that's fine. You guys make us proud all the time. So, one that comes to mind, and I think about this often, is we got back home from church. So I finally got moved to Arkansas. The Lord kind of just placed us in this church. It was no question this is where we were going. You guys were in kids ministry for I don't know. It was a very, very short time. And we got home from church, and you couldn't wait to tell us that you wanted to be saved. And that for me, and I know for your mom as well, but for me was, I mean, that's our goal, is to be able to spend eternity in heaven together. And to hear you guys say that
yes,
was huge.
Yeah.
So definitely a proud moment there. I mean, fast forwards again, like I said, there's so many. So obviously we don't have all week to be on here and talk about all of them, but I'm very, very proud of you guys pretty much all the time in the way you are raising your kids. I mean, Noah, you take care of your babies. I mean, there's just not a lot of men in this world that are even part of their kids' life. And you're there constantly, loving them, disciplining them, which is also as important. But you do that through love. And they do respect you for that. Alex, for those two little girls, anybody that's around you and those girls for 10 seconds knows you love them with everything that you have, and you're going to do everything you can to raise them to be the two best young ladies the world's ever seen. God fearing. But yeah, I mean, that makes me very, very proud of both of you. The way you love your children with a genuine love.
Mhm.
And part of that love, like I said, for Noah, for both of you, is that discipline.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Don't, and you know this, you're not their friend, you're their parent.
Mhm.
And part of that love, just like the way God loves us, he loves us unconditionally, but he will discipline when necessary. And he does that because he loves us.
Yeah.
And as a parent, once you start trying to become their friend,
Yeah.
well, that's not the same kind of love, and that's not the kind of love that our kids need.
Yeah.
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 That's a
So-
good point.
I know the way I view it is like, the way I've heard and the way I view it is that God willing, if we all live to 100, this is the shortest part of their life.
Yes.
The first 18, 20 years, if they stay with us till 20, this is the shortest part of their life. So not only are we raising them, but the world has to deal with them too. Like they're going to go out into the world and contribute something, whether that's good or bad. And
Yeah.
through a lot of prayer and God's wisdom, they will hopefully fear the Lord, and love people as well, and do that through whatever they find to do in the future. So
Yeah.
I always keep that in mind. Is one day they will move out, which I'm totally fine with.
Yes,
Until that day comes,
Until
I
that day
promise
comes.
you.
you say that, but
I promise you. You guys remember me joking about it all the time until it happened.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then he cried
Yeah.
like a baby.
Oh man,
Of
both
course.
times for both of you.
Well, I'll say my favorite recent moment, since you say that, I know that's not really our questions, but when we went to your guys' church a few weeks ago, and I don't know what it is about you two. I mean, I know what it is because you're my parents, but you could literally say those few words, "I'm so proud of you," and just tears, because I know I'm doing good, but just every now and then, it's like I need that push. And unfortunately, me and Alex realized this even as kids. Unfortunately, a lot of our friends and people in school at our age didn't grow up with both of their parents. And that's
Yep.
something I may not have always shown gratitude for, but I realize that. And I'm thankful to this day that, I guess kind of in my mind as a kid, you're like, one day I'm going to move out, and your parents, I don't know if I ever thought this way, but some people think, well, I'm not going to have too much to do with my parents after. Well, I feel like sometimes I need you guys more now than I ever
Oh my
did.
gosh. Yes.
And I'm so glad that we have Zoom and all this stuff. Sometimes it's not enough to talk to each other over the phone, but I definitely need you guys more now than ever. And it's just like the Lord too. Every single day I need God more and more. And I feel that way. I feel that way about our dynamic as well. So yeah. Alex, you can do question 2. If we don't make it, I definitely want to ask question 5, and we can get to the other ones
Oh, did you send it to me?
another day if we do this, because this is going to have to become more of a frequent thing.
Yeah, I agree. I like this.
Living room session.
Next time we interview you.
This one may not be as long though.
So I don't know what you mean. Like, what is your best advice as a parent?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what he said.
So,
That's what he said in the video.
okay. So advice as a parent, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to go first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ladies
He's over
first.
there. He's over
By the
there
way, they're
pointing at me.
sitting.
I'm trying to look.
They're sitting.
You
You
He's
can't
over
even
there.
see me do that on the camera, but yet I can send a signal, and then you tell on me. He's over there
He's
pointing
over there pointing
at
at me.
me.
Who cares?
Y'all, they're literally in the same room, right?
No,
We were gonna try to do what we were like. I can't.
we're
Yeah.
all in the same room.
Yeah.
I just
We
come
didn't
over
want to
on-
be like
I just go
going
over
like
on
this.
Alex's
No,
Noah
camera.
leans into our
Can't
cameras
see the-
going, will you hurry up?
He's like, hang on, let me fix your camera there for a second.
Oh, man.
Sometimes a Zoom call just not enough. Literally right there.
That'd be awesome. All right, Mimi, go ahead. We have 15 minutes.
Advice.
Okay, so one thing, one thing I have learned, because even though we have older kids, that dynamic was different. So, uh, us two together, you two are our first parents, our first kids as parents that we
Mhm.
went through, like all the normal things together, anyways. And so I would say we learned with you guys, one of the things is, don't overdo things and overdo things. This is a good parental advice as well as marriage advice. Um,
Alex, what the heck?
you can turn your camera off.
They only see you right now because you're talking.
No, they don't.
No, they don't. They still see everybody.
I have mine.
Did you
Y'all,
swipe?
my nose have been running.
Swipe
Alex.
to the left, Alex.
Yeah,
Swipe to the
and
left.
you can.
What?
Swipe your screen to the left.
Completely forgot how I.
Hold on, let me change my underwear real quick.
Oh, I'm good. What do you mean swipe to the left?
Do you see all four of us at the same time?
I do, and
You do? Do you see all
I do
four
in
of
this
us?
little grid on the top right of my screen, but
Oh, tap on that grid.
Swipe. Do you have more than one page? You should
Swipe
have
it.
you
Why
should
can't
have
you
a
just
page
swipe
where,
it? Just
yeah,
swipe it.
anyways.
swipe left.
Swipe, swipey.
I've been like trying to discreetly figure out how to get all of you up there at the same time.
What are you on our computer?
Because I think it's still only going to show whoever's. That's how me and Leslie always were. It only showed who was talking at the moment, or if we were in this. Like most of the time, we're in the same room. But
I don't know. I
There
have
should
mine
be
where you
two
can see all of us.
pages. On an iPad, you can swipe.
Yeah.
On your computer, you probably have to go to the next page.
Mhm.
Anyways, you should be able to have all four of us at the same time.
what? Oh, you're a crap, dude.
Yeah.
All
I'm
right,
still
man.
recovering from earlier.
Um,
Shoot, now my nose does
this
start
is
bleeding.
great advice for both parents and husbands and wives, but like a lot of times you think I'm going to do this special thing for my kids or your
Mhm.
wife or your husband, whatever. I'm going to do this special thing for my kids, and they didn't ask for it, and then they're not thankful for it, and then you're resentful for it. So we've
Mhm.
learned to wait until you actually ask for something before we try to give something.
Yeah.
And that'll probably make even more sense as your kids get older. But when somebody is like gives you a gift and you're just like, hey, here's this pen, and you're like, great, I already had a pen, but thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a thing, and it's sometimes I've learned that as with advice as well. If
Mhm.
y'all don't ask us for advice and we give it, it's not always received.
Mhm.
But when you ask for advice and we give it, you guys are ready for it. And so
Yeah,
that's
good.
one
Yeah.
thing that I learned that's really, really smart. My second thing is that I've actually been talking with Nina about recently is talking to your kids like we're doing right now, but earlier in life about those sentimental moments that you have. Because as you guys were growing up, we have different memories. Just like that proud moments I have of you guys is different than the ones your dad has, and there's different moments that you all have.
Mhm.
Well, sit down and talk with your kids about those moments, about those, hey, we just, and write it down maybe if you can, but like we just went and visited Mimi and Papa, what was your favorite part, and write that down, because their answers will be different. And we found
Yeah.
that out, like, oh, I love this pillow because it's from when you were a baby. And you guys are like, I don't even remember it. But this clip, I remember blah, 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 you know? And you're like,
Mhm.
oh, I didn't remember any of that. I didn't realize it was special to you at all.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
it's really cool to sit down and have, you know, those moments that let the kids share them as well, because you'll get a lot more memories and keep track of them and all, or record them.
Mhm.
Obviously,
Oh,
I
sorry.
could give tons of parental advice, but you know, just not enough time to say
Yeah.
all the things.
Yeah, I see my timer now that I fixed my view. we have 4 minutes left, so
You got your nose picking camera on now.
Oh,
yeah,
So,
whatever. It's a raw video.
I'll just finish out the 4 minutes and then Dietzer can take over when we start the next one.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I think I read a book from Dr. Dobson once, and it talked about, you know, dare to discipline. So discipline, just like that advice that he was giving earlier, excellent. But make sure you give respect to your kids as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Discipline doesn't
And-
always mean just like, you know, yeah, it doesn't have to be disrespectful.
Yeah. But it
Yeah.
doesn't. And that's why we always said, psst, instead of screaming your name across the store. And that's why we always take you in the other room to show correction. Didn't do it in front of your friends and things like that. Yeah. Give your kids respect as well.
Mm-hmm. So I've probably done the whole, you know, you're walking through Walmart and you're like, oh, I think, you know, because my kids are 6, 4, and now 8 months. And she's crawling around like crazy, by the way. But, you know, you'll be walking around and see something. Oh, I think they'll really like this. And they don't. You know, if they don't like it and you're like, why don't
Yeah.
you like my gift? You know, I'm going to keep that in mind. That's actually really good.
Yeah.
Especially with
I mean,
Christmas coming up.
So when you pick a gift like that, Noah, here's some quick advice for you. Pick something you like. So when they don't, be like, all right, sweet.
I just bought a Tacoma. Sorry.
Oh, you can't
Or-
drive yet? Sorry, noob.
dad advice. It's good.
I mean, from
Uh-huh.
one parent to another, that's an easy win for you. And if they do like it, perfect.
I
Oh,
don't
you
you
think
got
got
good
me that
gifts.
tool
You do
set
that-
for our
you do that in the
anniversary.
reverse. You do that in the reverse, Deezer, where you buy something you don't like it and you give it to me or Alex.
That's true.
Hey, do you want this drone or this flashlight? Yes,
Very
I
true.
do.
Very true.
I've been known to do that.
Literally.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I don't mind it.
I don't think it's because he doesn't like it though.
I mean, you used those subs for a while and you gave me those. Those were awesome.
Those were kind of cool, but
The RAV4.
I don't know. When I get stuff, I want it and I get it and then I use it. And when it no longer brings me joy, then it's time to move on and bring somebody else joy.
Mhm.
Yeah. Joy. How much
So
time we got?
I'll throw this
Yeah.
little bombshell in since we only have a minute left. Things that I've recently gotten rid of that no longer brought me joy. I sold the Goldwing earlier today.
Really.
Deezer.
So
Hey.
I'll waste our last minute on it and a half on something that doesn't matter since you just brought that up. I'm gonna list mine and my dirt bike. Wait.
45 seconds.
You went
No,
to a
man,
dealership
60.
this morning. What you got your eye on now?
No. Well, I did see a bike, but no.
Yeah.
Figure if I could sell both for 6,000, I could get me a bigger bike that's more like for my size. And Zach was looking some up earlier. You can get a brand new 2025, like 150 or 125 cc for like $6,000. So I'm like, eat. Two
You can get a brand old one for half of that. So my
Brand old one.
I might
dude, working
consider
on a
that too.
two-stroke is so freaking easy. Get something with a little mileage on it and just rebuild it. It's so easy, and
I'd
you'll
totally
save yourself
consider that,
thousands.
honestly. Yeah. You're right.
All right,
I thought you were gonna keep the other bike for Courtney.
Do we need to restart this?
Yeah.
so you can ride the Pee Wee 50.
We got the pitter.
Advice I would give as a parent, advice for you guys. Mine's going to be a little bit shorter, and I was kind of thinking about it while Memester was. Which, by
Off.
the way, we did mention she's a youth pastor. She's a youth pastor for a reason. Not only does she love people, but she communicates, uh, where I don't. So, no, for me, I think one key piece of advice is be real. Um, we'll go a little bit biblical on this, but let your yes be yes and your no be no. You can do that by knowing who you are. You can do that by knowing whose you are.
Mhm.
But let your yes be yes and your no be no.
Mhm.
That's my
Mm.
answer.
It's good stuff.
It
Nice.
was good.
Yeah.
What would your advice be for us as parents now for our kids?
So
Did we just ask that?
what
Oh.
kind of I'll piggyback that off the one of my proud moments is keep being that parent, not the friend.
Yeah,
And there's
yeah,
going to
that's
be,
really good.
even when that's going to be tough, you know, your oldest will get to a point where she's not going to think too highly of you. It's just part of the growing up phase. It's hard as a parent. Um, but even then, you still have to be the parent. Even when you're, same for you, Alex, with your girls, there's going
Mhm.
to come a time, and it's just part of the growth and the maturity and trying to, they're going to get into a time where they have to figure out some things as they grow and mature and their bodies are changing or whatever you want to call it. They're
Mhm.
growing up. Um, Part of that is they're going to be in a kind of a mindset that they know better than you.
Mhm.
They'll see you as parents, they'll know you as mom and dad, but they don't know and fully understand the wisdom that you two bring, and they're not going to want to hear it when you try to share it in those moments. But stick with it, be the parent, even though every fiber of your being is saying, I could just cave in this one time. Don't do it,
Mhm.
Right.
because one turns into two, and then you become their buddy, and then the discipline goes out the window, and uh, it can spiral pretty quick. So
Yeah.
even when it's hard, be the parent.
Yeah.
You guys know what you got to do. You're doing it already. Now it's easy, but you got to continue to do that even when it gets really, really hard, and it will.
I do have to remind myself that even now. But I've told myself that before, especially as a youth pastor too.
Yep.
I'll remind I'll remind them sometimes like I'm your youth pastor first. But
Yep.
as a parent, which is what we're focusing on, I'd rather be their parent than their friend.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's better than a friend. And I think the reason kids do this is I heard a really good quote is that basically you as a parent have known your kids their whole life.
Yep.
Mm.
They've only known you for a part of yours. And I'm like, I had a whole life before my kids. They don't know what I've gone through. They don't know how I grew up and the wisdom that I was we don't have to
That's
talk
the
about it here,
experience I
but
was talking about. They don't know it, they don't understand it because they've never seen it, and they certainly haven't lived it because they wasn't there.
Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah.
I was
Regardless, they are not going to know it
Yeah.
firsthand, so they just
right.
will never understand it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just wanted to jump in on that part where you're talking, where Deedster was talking about, being friends. On the other side of that, when you're trying to be their friend, um, because you want them to like you, but there's also the other side of it is, like some people, the way I always say it is like hang things on you. Like you should never be hanging your bad day on your kid.
Mm.
You should never be
Yeah.
expecting your kid to cheer you up. They do it, you know, you guys always were always had a knack for cheering me up, even if you didn't know I had a bad day. But you should never hang your happiness on your child. You should hang it on Jesus.
Right.
And that brings me to like the other part of it, which is when you hang your happiness on Jesus, they will do it. Whatever you do, they will repeat.
Mhm.
Yes.
And that's exactly what you want. And if you're following in the footsteps of Jesus, they will do the same thing. And you cannot go wrong with that. And, you know, I know we all have our goofy moments and we all do, but one thing that we never did was we never got heavy into sarcasm with each other and picking on each other. That was not somewhere I wanted to go with. The family was where supposed to be safe. And, you know, sometimes there's probably still times where we made a joke about something that may have hurt your feelings. And then we didn't realize, you know, so you guys got, you know, let's be kind of aware of that. Like the one day we were like joking around about being short and Terry said something about it. Or was it, or Alyssa? Anyways, one of them being small. And so, you know, make sure that that doesn't actually kind of bug them, you know, before you start joking it, because we just joke, but make sure that that doesn't actually bug them at all.
Yeah.
Especially with
And if it
mixed
does,
company, don't make them the butt of
Oh,
the
yeah.
joke with.
yes, yeah, yeah. And so, you know, as you guys got a little older, we definitely joked more, but in the recent, I know probably the last 5 years, I've felt like, you know, like sarcasms can go too far even when you're older and you know it's just a joke.
Yeah.
And that, you know, we never said shut up to one another. We never spoke harshly, because when you do that to your kids, they're going to do that to other people.
Oh yeah.
And when you see your kid being ugly somewhere to someone, you can take it to the bank knowing that they're just repeating what you did, probably.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
One thing I've heard, another thing is whatever walks in the Father runs in the family.
That's good.
Whatever
Sounds like
example.
a Leanne quote.
No, I think that might have been Manny, but
Oh yeah.
I
One
was
thing
say
you-
Pretty good.
might tie
What-
back to
Yeah.
Jeannie Mayo.
I know, right?
everything
Sounds like a
I was-
genius.
ties back.
I was gonna say, you know, you give attention to what you want to see repeated,
No,
and
something
that is
said-
a genie
made me think of
quote.
that.
Yeah.
I had to write
That's
it
good.
down.
I was gonna throw in there about not being sarcastic, like about your kids, but also your spouse. Is when me and Courtney first started dating, started getting more serious later on, and she was over one day, and we all kind of have a tendency to pick on her and stuff, you know. For the most part, she's like, all right, just jokes. But when it comes from me personally, even at this time, like, and I realized how quickly she takes what I say very seriously.
Yeah.
And I love telling the story, even though it sounds weird, but whatever I said to her, I think I do remember what I said. And it sounds so much more mean now that I remember, but I said, well, you're not a Rawson yet, so you don't get it, or whatever. I'm like, I don't know why I said that. But anyway, she just kind of left the room. I was like, oh, great. Like, I knew it was too far, and I said it too fast to stop myself. But anyway, I went and talked to her, and, you know, it hurt her feelings a lot. And I said, well, I didn't realize basically how much, you know, what I say means to you. And I'm glad. I think like I said, this could sound weird. I said, I'm glad I can make you cry, because it showed me how much my words mean to you. And I said, basically, I'll start, you know, filtering them better. And then fast forward to when we got engaged, right before we got married. David DeBlock, who officiated our wedding, very big influence in our lives, a whole other point. But he did premarital counseling with us. And one of the tips that he gave us was don't ever talk down about your spouse in front of other people, or in general, really. But don't like have a jab at them. Like, if that's a conversation that needs to happen later, then you need to communicate that later, not make your little point right in front of everybody and embarrass them, basically. So it's right along with what you guys just said. but it made me think of that for some reason about how very early on, I made that little jab at Courtney about, well,
Yeah.
you don't get what being a Rawson is, or what, just picking on her or something. I think that's along the lines of what I said, and I'm like, that's so mean. But anyway, lesson learned.
All right, so we'll do one more question. Now that I'm looking at the questions again, though, I'm trying to pick between 3 and 5. Alex, what do you think? Because I think number 5 might surprise me if I tried to guess which day you guys would say. But number
Let's
3,
do let's do 3. I feel like 4 and 5 will get pretty good.
I really
Let's
want to do 5 though.
I know I was like,
let's
well,
just let's just do 5.
You can
Let's
say
do
we
5, and let's plan
we
on doing this
planned on
again.
doing 5. Let's
Honestly,
do
any of these
5, and
questions,
then
yeah.
we could do another session with
I need
3
time
and
to think
4.
about 4.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's do
4 would
5.
be
3 and
deep.
4 are really good questions, honestly. I mean, depends on how you interpret them, really.
and we'll wrap it with number 5 because I have a feeling that's going to take a minute.
Yeah.
All right,
So I think
so
Memester started each time. You want to start with Deezer this time?
yeah,
Well,
so
let's stick with it.
question 5, if you guys could relive one day with each one of us, what day would it be?
Go ahead, Deezer.
Oh, you don't put me on it, huh?
He's like, I
You
haven't
know,
thought of my answer.
when I first heard this question here a few days ago, um, one that one day that popped into my mind, and I know I sent a photo in
Oh,
our
yeah.
group chat.
Well, I'm going to put that in
Um,
here. I just
yeah,
thought of that. I want to put it in
yeah,
the
and
video.
that's fine. So there's times when, I mean, a lot more than others that I really miss my dad. I know you guys got a chance to be able to hang out with him and grow up with him a
Yeah.
little bit. Um, and that was, I don't know, watching you guys together was just incredible. Um, but when I thought of that question the other day, one of the pictures that popped into my mind, and I couldn't for the life of me find it. That was the one I was going to send. Was you guys were just a few weeks old. We went to go visit with my dad, and he had both of you sitting on his lap,
Yeah.
and he just had the biggest grin. Now the picture only was a snapshot in time, but he did not let you guys go for I don't know. I mean it was a while, and
Yeah.
just smiled the entire time.
I think I still have that photo, honestly.
So if I could relive a moment, it would be watching him
Hmm.
hold my babies and the joy that you guys brought to him. The same joy that Memester and I get to share a lot.
Yeah.
Um, and then other times when we went to go hang out with him, I mean, you guys would just clicked, and I
Yeah.
mean, anytime he went outside, you two had to go out there with him, and
Yeah.
even the photo that I did send where you're a little bit older, I mean, that was
Yeah.
also the same trip where we got to kill a massive hornet's nest.
Oh, I
Yeah,
remember that. I
I
remember
remember
that.
that for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
um,
That's awesome.
I mean,
Uh,
I think about oh my gosh, yeah, and you guys mentioned early on in the video that we were a military family. You guys grew up military brats, I guess you would call it. You wasn't brats at all, but we did move every few years. Asked a lot of you guys to, every 4 years, plug into a whole new community, have all new friends.
Yeah.
Um, and you always did. I mean, you
Yeah.
never there was never a time that, you came back and you're like, oh, I hate this place. I want to go somewhere else. I mean,
Yeah.
even though it was my calling to be in the military, and having done so, the military puts you where they need you. I
Hmm.
mean, you guys, Memester, just rolled with the flow. If I had ever had to go TDY, we didn't have to like it, but we all understood it.
Hmm.
And Yeah, it was.
Isn't that funny? I never at one point in my life ever to this day thought, oh, I wish we could have grown up not military. Like I
No,
don't I
and
loved it.
it's so weird
Yeah.
being around people and working with people that has never left
Mm,
where
Even
they were
now.
born. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
their whole I'm talking older generations. And I'm like,
Yeah.
there's a whole world out there.
Yeah.
Not to say they don't travel or anything, but it's just so
Yeah.
weird,
It does it seems
working.
weird to us. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, that was not our life. So of course
Yeah.
it's weird to
I
me.
definitely have moments, not of regret, because I wouldn't change a thing, but moments of realizing why this means so much to them. Like this, they've had their whole life here, and
Yeah.
I can see
Yeah.
why that is awesome for them too.
Oh
They grew
yeah,
up.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm not knocking it. I just, like I said,
Yeah.
Mhm.
I understand it
Yeah.
from their perspective, even though we didn't necessarily live,
Yeah.
that particular.
I think I don't know how to say it any other way. I think God picked our family for that specific dynamic and it worked out because he knew what he was doing. I mean,
Oh,
Yeah.
of
like I
course.
said, the
Yeah,
four of us are probably the closest. I don't know. Our dynamic is just so unique, I think. I feel like
yeah.
interesting. Like,
Well, I
but
like
yeah,
my
I never
pen
felt like we
would.
were, I never felt like we were missing anything. The only perspective change I guess I've had is, or not really perspective change, but is how I've kind of seen like where we just lived in Oklahoma, um, seen a smaller town and been like, okay, this dynamic is really cool.
Yeah,
Like I said, I never would trade my life for anything, but
Yeah.
I get it. Like small town, everybody knows everybody. Like that's cool. You know, you
yeah,
Yeah.
walk to
Like for
work or
their whole
whatever.
life. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So that's cool too.
Another day I think of often, and again, the list go on and on and on, but another day I think of pretty often is the day the doctor handed you guys to me.
Mm.
I mean, standing there in the delivery room, and this doctor we had already had a history with,
Oh yeah.
This is interesting. Can I?
so
Now we're getting to the good
I didn't
stuff.
like this guy at all until we got to delivery, and then he became like
Yeah,
the coolest dude on the planet. I'm like, okay, I
good
get it.
timing.
He has to deal with knuckleheads like me all the time. But
Oh yeah.
yeah, when he delivered Noah and handed him to me, I mean, my whole world changed.
Hmm.
And I bawled like a baby. Noah wasn't even crying.
Just like
Nope.
the heck, Dad.
So however
You
long,
good?
I got to hold him and then I had to give him over to the nurse to finish cleaning him
Yeah,
up and everything. And by this
yeah.
time, they'd already delivered you. So and I remember thinking in my mind, like, all right, I got the crying part over. So yeah, let me have him.
Here comes Ellie.
Yeah, they hand me you, Alex, and
Hmm.
I just started bawling all over again. I mean,
Hmm.
just, oh my
Who's doing?
gosh. Yeah.
We're gonna have to do a whole nother video because I think we should all talk about our hospital stories. I have a
Yeah, that's
hilarious one.
true.
Also, I know there's
I could
something
do.
The
about
I
Hallmark
was
crying.
gonna do
Channel.
my
That's all I have to say.
impression. I was gonna do my impression of Deedster.
I knew you were gonna do that. You told me about the mask he was wearing. That's awesome.
It was just like
That's pretty on point.
it was funny. It was so funny.
Yeah, I know you told me that
Tissue smells
before.
weird.
I was just
It was
You've
thinking,
been
great. Is
snotting
what
on
it
it for an
was.
hour.
I was
Hey,
just thinking about how
twin
like
parent gang.
Yeah.
nobody really can explain that feeling of like just even a friend coming over and seeing your baby and you're like, dude, that's my baby, bro.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
It's so
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
It's funny because just a quick snippet, because I think we should do a whole other video of our hospital stories, like I said. But when Meemster got there, I mean, it was right when they were wheeling Willow out, pushed her into the room with Courtney, and I didn't cry at all, even then. But I was really close when Meemster was looking at Willow and just had the biggest smile on her face. I was just like, this is it's like all full circle, like all these memories shoot through your head. And then
Mhm.
I think I,
Hmm.
went with Ember to the other room for a little while. But anyway,
I need to hear that story. I haven't heard all that, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do another video on those because
Yeah, we
that's some
should.
good ones too.
I also want to do a video on Japan, by the way. There's so many memories that
Oh
Mm.
man.
I want to hear from you guys. There's a lot of
Yes.
perspective because there's
Oh
only
my gosh.
chunks. There's only
This
big
could be a
memories
whole
that I
season.
remember.
We're just gonna
Yeah,
call this
that-
life.
living room sessions,
Memories.
baby.
Yeah.
This is our living room in Japan. Whatever.
Yeah. All right, Mimi.
Well, it is hard, I think, to pick a day.
Oh, it is. It's impossible.
Like everybody says, life is full of moments. And so
Mm.
I don't know that we had some really good days. I will say that. I could say two words. One would be skillet. And the second one would be Green Day.
Let's go. You
Wait,
really
you
want
guys
to
saw
relive
Green Day?
that one?
What are y'all doing? What is happening right now?
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. No, I'm missing it too.
It was just like a rock theater thing. It was
Oh.
it was an experience.
I remember
We're
that.
like-
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was,
That was
we
like
were,
the
we were,
Green-
it was like at the
I was
moment,
like-
we're like, don't ever tell anybody we did this.
I was like, did Green Day travel with Bon Jovi or something I didn't know about?
No, we didn't
Yeah.
know. That's hilarious.
I remember you guys telling me about that though.
So, yes.
No details.
And that, I think that kind of comes into, some other advice, especially with you having twins, make
Yeah.
sure, don't always make them have to go everywhere together.